Good afternoon to everybody. I welcome on the behalf of Sihog Hospital, Mysore and Medicine, pledging to eradicate Corona at the earliest. Dear friends, we are facing a drastic situation throughout the world. The human race is under threat by coronavirus. Coronavirus has declared a war against the human being. And as you all know, we have no weapon to fight it except to hide ourselves in our houses. How long? What are the precautionary things that we have to take? What are the lifestyle measurements we have to modulate to fight this corona infection? Friends, as you all aware, this is a disease which has been not heard of in the medical history hitherto. The important aspect of this disease is this coronavirus, COVID-19 virus, SARS-2 virus is so virulent in its spread. Within a span of 6 months, it has spread all over the world except one country. It has been seen all over the world. I want to make it very clear, as far as the virus is concerned, this is not a very dangerous virus because the mortality rate is only 2 to 3%. But the way it is spreading, the way it is communicating, the seriousness with which it is spreading, the communicability, virulence of the organism is very high. We have not seen such a fast communicating virus in the history of medicine. So therefore, my friends, we have to understand how to deal this virus pandemically. I would like to tell you, it has disturbed the entire man-made systems totally. It has sabotaged pandemically all the man-made system, and it has caused a pandemic disaster of the human life pandemically throughout the world. So therefore, it is the right time, high time, a man should introspect why such a thing is happening against the human race and how to manage this. I would like to make it very clear, this is a disease which will not disappear over a period of months. We don't know, maybe for a few years this disease may be there, because this virus, this new coronavirus is changing its structure often and often. Right now we have about 7 to 10 types of strains of virus in the environment. My friends, let us understand the mechanism of this virus and let us know how we have to modulate our lifestyle, because as I rightly said, it is pandemically destroyed the human life all over, totally, not in one sector, throughout the world pandemically. So therefore, my friends, we would like to know the entire thing about this, and we should introspect each one of us how to deal with this, because each one of us should be a soldier in fighting this war which the coronavirus has declared against the human race pandemically. Friends, what is this virus? Coronavirus is already an existing virus. In the environment, there are about 200 types of virus in the environment from many years. But this virus, which was in animals, especially the bat, snakes and all other animals, is a friend to them. It lives calmly in those animals. Friends, this virus, which was living friendly with the animal, why it has become so deadly to human being? We see this virus, which is friendly with the animals, became deadly in 2000 2002, changing its structure into SARS-CoV. So we saw 2002 a virulent virus which has been transformed into these quite virus, coronavirus, which was there in the animal. It changed into a virulent virus in 2002, that what is called SARS-CoV virus. So it took some life and it is still existing in the environment. Then we see in 2012 in a Middle East virus producing a severe respiratory syndrome. So this again another virus which again transformed. Now we see 2019 SARS-CoV-2 virus which has taken its origin in China. I don't know, all these two viruses, the first virus and the second virus, all took origin from China only. So the geographical origin, why it is happening in China only, has to be understood depending upon the lifestyle of China, the geography of China, their food habits might be the reason why these two deadly viruses have took their origin. You know, the virus change their structure. We call it as a mutation. Genes of these virus will change automatically. So, as per to make their survival, you know, this creation is there not only for human being, and even these animals, their creations, the microorganisms have also been created by the Creator, and they also change their structure to suit their lifestyle, so that they also have to be procreate. But this procreation, in the process of procreation, these virulent viruses which took their origin because of mutation of genes have become injurious to the human being. And as you know, this COVID-19 SARS-CoV-2 virus, which took their origin in Wuhan, China, has come from bat. So this virus, this is a bat, came to an intermediary host and another animal, where it changed its complete structure and became virulent. Then it infected one human being. So from that one human being, it is spreading across the world by over a period of 6 months, except one country, it has spread all over the world. So this virus is, as I told, this virus, the pathogenicity of this virus, the taking the human life is not pathogenic, in the sense this virus will not kill many people. See, as per the available statistics now, 90% of the people who get infected with this virus, they get cured by themselves without any treatment. Only 10% of the people, the disease becomes moderate to severe, which needs hospitalization and intervention by medical personnel. In these 10%, only 2 to 3% will die. So please understand, that means the virus itself is not taking the life of the individual in many percentage of the cases. That too, only to 2 to 3%. In them also, there are some individuals who are highly susceptible for this infection. We have seen in our medical history, these viruses become so virulent, they take 50%, 60% mortality and 25-30% mortality. But this virus is not that bad, not that dangerous in taking the lives, and only 2% mortality it causes. But as I rightly said, the virulence with which it is spreading is very, very more and uncomparable to any other viruses which we have seen hitherto. Friends, how this virus spreads? See, you know, this virus is an RNA virus, and this virus, if you look at the microscope, you see a crown-like structure. The proteins are arranged in a crown-like structure. That is why it's called corona. Corona in the Latin word means a crown. That's how this name has come to this. So this virus is has got affinity towards the mouth mucous membrane and respiratory mucous membrane and gastrointestinal mucous membrane. So this virus, when it's entered into the mouth or the nose and the pharynx by droplet infection, that means the individual who has already infected, when he coughs, when he sneezes, then he throws out droplets which will infect another individual. So therefore these droplets, friends, will not go beyond 6 feet. If somebody is coughing, if somebody is sneezing, infected individual, with whatever force he sneezes, with whatever force he coughs, this virus, the droplet of this virus which is coming from inside the oral cavity, inside the lung, will not go beyond 6 feet. That's why we advise the individuals to maintain the distance of minimum 6 feet. So when we cough, if it is not in the, if this virus does not get an individual, it will not go inside, and this will fall to the ground or to the substances, on the substances, and it leaves only for maximum 6 hours in the environment. So therefore, my friends, this virus which makes its house in the pharynx and mucous membrane, it multiplies into lakhs and lakhs and lakhs. Then it distends into the lungs. See, my friends, the body has got a beautiful immune system. So whoever invades the body, any foreign organism which invades the body, the immune system having its own soldier, different type of soldiers, different cells, lymphocytes, macrophages and antibodies, and the immune system is activated within a matter of 2 to 3 days, and the immunological process begins. The antibodies are secreted against the virus or coronavirus, and there is a war against the coronavirus and the immune system which is triggered by this virus. If your immune system is very strong, definitely this virus will go away. The immune system will fight this virus and the disease does not manifest at all. You may not get any disease at all. So in individuals whose immune system is weak, then the problem arises, the infection starts growing. As it starts growing, infection, the viral load starts increasing. The immune system starts also fighting more, producing many antibodies and enzymes called lysozymes, which are produced in excess because of the increase in the load. Only when the load of virus increases, the lysozymes are enzymes are produced by the immune system, and these lysozymes will further damage the lung and other tissues. So therefore, my friends, these are the most important mechanisms. If your immune system is strong, if your immune system is healthy, the disease will not manifest. So this disease produces cough, fever in most of the patients. In 90% of the patient, fever, cough, body, headache, these are the symptoms, and the disease disappears. In only 10% of the patients, the lungs are get infected, both the lungs alveoli are get infected, and because there is immunological injury produced by fighting with this virus, then the alveoli gets distended, gets damaged, then fibrosis occurs. What happens called the severe respiratory syndrome. Both the lungs fails, and that is a status where ICU treatment is required. So only 10% of the people who are infected with this virus, only the disease becomes severe, and they need a sort of an ICU treatment. So therefore, any respiratory embarrassment, difficulty to take breath, and increase in the rate of respiration, then cyanosis, your finger gets blue, your lips gets blue, your oral cavity gets blue. They are the patient who needs immediate attention. if they are not treated, even these people, the chances of recovery is there if they are treated early. So, if you don't treat this, then it will go into a stage of multi-organ failure. There may be injury to the brain causing paralysis, there may be injury to the heart causing cardiac problems, if there may be injury to the kidney causing kidney failure. So, multiple organs failure can occur only in a few percentage of cases. Friends, how do you diagnose these diseases? See, this disease is a pandemic. Pandemic means it has occurred all over the world. Then you call it as a pandemic disease. So it is an infective disease occurring all over the world. Then the word used in medical term is pandemic. So this pandemic disease. So therefore, any patients having fever, cough, headache, and sneezing, common cold, it is a manifestation. So we have common cold from time immemorial. So therefore, all patients who get a common cold may not be. But in a situation like this, we have to suspect, could it be? So therefore, all fever patients, all respiratory patients wherein there is a difficulty to take breath and there is a breathlessness, so we should suspect easy. So if he has got history of contact, if he is coming from the places where there is history of corona infection, then we call it as a suspect. So these suspect patients, history of contact, then the treatment is the isolation. So those patients, we call it a suspect. Those patients, we investigate him. So how do you? There are two tests to confirm the corona infection, especially the COVID-19 infection. One is, all these viruses, any viruses has got a chemical structure outside its capsule, and this capsule, this substance is specific to that virus, and this is the substance which elicits an immunological response in the body. Then that you call it as an antigen. So this antigen is very specific to this COVID virus. So we take a swab, nasal swab from the throat of the patient, and we examine that throat swab for the presence of corona antigen. If this is present, that is, they confirm the diagnosis of this. This is a little costly, these things. Then the thing is, so this test is positive as soon as the coronavirus invades our oral cavity. So taking a swab is also very important. So an expert, a trained expert should take a swab. Otherwise, it may become negative. Then the second is after some time, maybe after 10 days, 11 days, when the disease progresses, the body produces antibodies to this antigen. So detection of antibodies in the blood of the patient. This is another test, a quick test. So this can be done very easily and very fast. These are the two tests that is available, these things. Are we doing these two tests for all individuals? No, not necessary. So these tests are done only for selected individuals because these tests are very costly and material is not available because it is happening pandemically. So there are some guidelines where to whom we do this test for these things. The patients who are very serious, the patients whose symptoms are very serious, having acute respiratory symptoms, then we do this test for that individual. Second is any individual who have got a strong history of contact with a COVID positive patients. Then we do this test, confirm, because confirmation is very, very important to plan our treatment and their further management. Friends, once you confirm, then what is the treatment we have? Treatment, see, for any disease, there is what is called specific treatment and non-specific treatment. Specific treatment means you treat specifically the cause of the disease. As you know, the coronavirus is the cause, so you should give a drug which kills this coronavirus or which slows down the multiplication of this coronavirus. This you call it specific treatment. We don't have a specific drugs till now for this coronavirus. That is a very important drawback we are facing, and the process is on to find out a drug. Right now we don't have a specific treatment. What we have is a non-specific treatment. What is meant by non-specific treatment? So to boost our immunity, to make our immune system stronger to fight against this, we have certain lifestyle measures to boost our immunity. See, to boost our immunity, take a good food, good protein food. There are some Ayurvedic preparations which are supposed to be a immune booster, which have been proved from time immemorial in our ancient medical history. So those measures we do. Then we give immune modulators. Hydroxychloroquine is supposed to be to stimulate our immune system, and the erythromycin. So these are certain drugs which we give only in serious patients, not for all. Then non-specific means if you have got fever, you will give a drug which to reduce the fever. If you have oxygenation, reduce oxygenation, we give oxygen to correct the oxygen deficiency. If he goes in for a respiratory failure, we ventilate him with ventilator to give an artificial ventilation. Then if his blood pressure drops, we give some drugs to increase the blood pressure. So we have seen these patients to develop the clotting of blood inside the vessel. So sometimes in ICU patients, we also give the drugs, the anticoagulants to prevent the clotting of blood. So as and when the complication occurs, we give a non-specific treatment in an ICU. Then if the immunological status of an individual is good, then we support it and the body fights its infection and the patient recovers. Please, my friends, please remember, even in an ICU, in the patient of COVID-19, even if in an ICU patient, the mortality is only 2-3%. So therefore, be confident. Even if you get infected with COVID, even if you are in an ICU, the chances of survival is still there, only but the most important is we should have a good ICU setup. My friends, how to prevent this COVID-19? As you know, we have no weapon on this enemy which has decided to kill the human race. So the most important is the prevention is the best treatment. The prevention is halt the spread of the disease. Please remember, this virus grows in a places where the moisture is more. It grows in a places where the temperature is less. So this is the two important observed facts regarding the growth of this virus. So that is why in a tropical countries like India, it's where the temperature is, environment temperature is much higher than the non-tropical countries like Western countries. The spread of the virus is very, very slow. So the humidity in the air, if it is more, then the spread becomes more. So therefore, in India, that's why we see the more death, the spreading of the disease more in Western countries like America and the cold countries, and not so in our India. So we have been blessed with a good anti-corona environment. So then spreading, there are 3 types of quarantine. Quarantine is a very important thing, my friends. We should quarantine people. So who are the people who should be quarantined? Because quarantining an individual is a very, very, very disastrous thing, because it causes lot of mental agony on him. So to whom he will quarantine? Of course, the government of India has quarantined all the people for these days. Good. This has caused the decrease in the load of virus in the environment, and it spread to the human being. So isolation, this quarantine cannot go for a longer time. So prevention is by the selected isolation in future. So selected isolation means, supposing a patient who has got fever, a headache and throat infection and the common cold symptom coming from a COVID positive area or a COVID contact, he should be quarantined in his own house. So while quarantining in his own house also, he should take all precaution to see that he doesn't mix us with the people, and he should clean all his toilet and himself, and the food should be supplied without mixing with the other people, and all his dressings and all. So all the house people should not mix with him. So 14 days house quarantine for these people. And in India we are facing a situation where the people doesn't have a separate room in their houses. People sleeps, everybody sleeps in a hall. There are such people, government should make arrangements to quarantine them separately in a selected isolation area. There is a second group of people, a COVID positive, test becomes positive. This isolation has to be done in a COVID hospital only, because these patients at any point of time may develop complications, may develop respiratory failure, may develop multi-organ failure. So those people have to be immediately tackled. So therefore, the COVID hospitals have been opened all along the country, and where they treat only COVID patients for special protections, so they have to be quarantined in COVID hospitals only. Then the healthcare personnel, who are the most important risk people, who are targeted people, who can develop more infection. Not only early infection, they get the chances of getting more viral load, because my friends, the viral load is also very important. What amount of quantity of virus you get to inside your body is also very important. If you get a small quantity, nothing will happen. If you get a larger quantity, even if your immune system is very strong, that cannot deal with this large load of load. So that's what happens for the medical personnel. So they should also be quarantined in the separately. So these are the three type of quarantine we do for these patients. Friends, then how to deal this situation? As I told you, why this virus, which was only seen in the animal kingdom, has changed into such a virulent organism and has invaded the human body? This is $1 million question, and causing so much of embarrassment. I told it has almost paralyzed the human life system. So it is not only taking away the life of the people, it has paralyzed, it has sabotaged, the whole human systems which the man has built over a period. So there is a disaster of the human system pandemically throughout the world. So therefore, my friends, we should have long rehabilitation plans to set right this injury that has been caused pandemically by this pandemic disease. So therefore, the UNO, United Nations Organization, along with the WHO, should sit together taking all the countries into confidence and form a worldwide strategy for at least 1 year. I don't see all experts now feel this will not go. My friends, this virus is also changing its structure often and often. The COVID-19 which came first in December 2019 in China, it is also changing its structure. And we don't know how many changes it will happen. So therefore, at least for 1 year, we have to pandemically, throughout the world, universally, we have to form a strategy. All the world leaders should, under the leadership of UNO, and form a strategy. See, it has destroyed our economy. It has destroyed our social life. It has destroyed our mental health. And also, it has become a greatest threat to the health delivery system pandemically. So therefore, the whole strategy, taking these 4 parameters into consideration, has to be a new policy has to be designed. The existing policy, the existing financial policy, the existing health policy, the existing social policy, the existing administrative policy have to be redone universally to tackle the injury caused by this COVID-19. As far as the health system is concerned, my friends, now in India we have the public healthcare system and private healthcare system. 85% of the healthcare system is done by the private, my friends, in India. Only 15% the government. Now what has happened today? All private hospitals are being almost closed down. Except emergency, they are not doing any other work. Then government hospitals, there is an excessive load on the government hospitals. All COVID patients are going to the COVID and non-COVID are going to the government hospitals. Again, there is a mixing. So therefore, my friends, government should evolve a strategy, at least in India, wherein all the government hospitals, at least for 1 year, to be converted as COVID hospital or COVID-like symptoms dealing hospitals, and non-COVID cases has to be dealt by the private hospitals. If we don't do this, there will be the non-COVID patients, cardiac patients, diabetic patients, hypertensive patients, they are going to suffer a lot in the long run. My friends, I told again the entire strategy has to be learned. The man, I thank coronavirus in the sense this has taught a very good lesson to our human race and human beings pandemically all over the world, because hitherto we neglected our health. No, we were not caring for our health, and also we were not caring for the environment. Man is under the impression this whole universe is created only for himself. So therefore, my friends, this is a time of introspection where we have gone wrong. Why this virus, which was confined to the animal kingdom, has mutated itself into a virus which has thrown a greatest challenge to the existence of human race. You may not get answers scientifically. This has to be dealt on a spiritual background, and also we must remember that you have to find out the answer for these things, and man should understand that now hitherto again the economy has gone down. Hitherto our economy was only wealth creation, the physical wealth creation. Now this has been sabotaged by coronavirus. Then at least for 1 year we have to see a health, a financial policy wherein the money is required to live, and life is not only necessary, not absolutely necessary to make money. That's why Gandhiji said, you must make a financial policy to live, not a financial policy to live to make money. My friends, in this angle, in these things, the whole world should think to reorganize our strategy, economical strategy, social strategy, health strategy, at least for 1 year. And human being should introspect himself, mold himself, and take care of that. Health is more and more important, and the purpose of life is to be happy. Creation of wealth is not going to give him happiness. The Corona is taught a very good lesson. My friends, I end my talk with, we are the soldiers. Each individual is the soldier to fight against this Corona, because you are the custodian of your body. So each individual should understand the implications of Corona and understand it and follow it. Social distancing is very, very important. So isolation of suspect is very, very important, and following a personal hygiene is very, very important. Then, my friends, abuse of sanitizer is occurring. Please don't abuse sanitizers. So even washing with soap and water is quite sufficient often and often. Who has to use sanitizer? You have gone to a market, you have touched some unknown material, or some unknown material has come to your house which you have touched, then use a sanitizer, a good sanitizer. My friends, many patients ask me, sir, I have brought the vegetables, what to do? Friends, you wash the vegetables, flowing water. Even if the coronavirus is there on the surface of anything, a food item or anything, it will survive only for 6 hours. Then if you wash it, it will go away. So therefore, as long as this pandemic is there, whatever you bring to inside your house, you try to wash it and bring as far as possible. So these minimum health measures is going to eradicate the corona virus. And also you should build your body, strong body. Be a strong soldier means strong immunity. So how to build a strong immunity? My friends, do exercise, daily routine exercise. Yoga will increase your immunity. Then good proteinaceous vegetable, fruits, a balanced diet, and the peace of mind. My friends, those who have been quarantined, one word for those people, because the sense of fear, anger, stress will kill your immune system. So therefore, don't be anxious. The people especially who have lost their business, I have lost so many crores, so that crore, this crore, please don't have so much of fear, anxiety, dissatisfaction in your mind. See, always there will not be any problem by the Creator for you to get the facilities to live in this world. So therefore, fear is the one which damages your immune system. Any type of fear. So therefore, the people who are quarantined, they don't get fear. They should read some spiritual books. They should hear to music. Music will calm down your mind. Then introspect yourself. This is a time where the 14 days time is a time to introspect your life. What you have done good, what you have done bad, what we can do for others. Then go and start with your the books and music. So therefore, remember, the fear is the greatest another enemy to kill your immune system. So don't be fear, be happy. That is how you can become stronger, making a stronger individual with a stronger immune system. That is the only answer to take away this COVID-19. Thank you, my friends.